My name is Eric Montoya. My game is a 2D, one-player top-down stealth game where the player must destroy the goblin. The player will help the hero to trap the goblin by moving loose walls and releasing toxic gas onto the goblin. The theme is destroying the goblin by solving puzzles where the setting is in medieval environment. The core mechanics are player movement, which the player will be able to move the hero to the left, right, up, and down on the X and Y axis. The other mechanic is manipulating walls. The player will interact with the walls that are loose, and they'll be able to move the loose wall up, down, left, or right, which will create rooms and or pathways that will direct the flow of the toxic gas. The other mechanic is luring the goblin into an area by using ham. The player will have a limited amount of ham to cunningly place and lure the goblin, and each level the hero will be awarded ham. The game rules: the player must maneuver throughout the level without being detected from the goblin. Then the player lures the goblin into an area to release the toxic gas to destroy the goblin. The player loses if they are detected from the goblin or the player is exposed to the toxic gas. The player wins if they destroy the goblin and is not exposed to the toxic gas. The hero will only be able to move the walls that have a button, which they must push. Each level, the hero will be awarded a specific amount of ham to lure the goblin. In the upper left is how many lives the player has, and below that is how many hams the player has to lay out. The player chooses to proceed with caution or to observe the path of the goblin. The arrows represent the path of the goblin. Without being detected by the goblin, the hero has carefully placed the ham to lure the goblin into the desired area. To trap the goblin, the player must find the loosened walls to push. Then the player must trap the goblin and find the release button for the toxic gas. Once the goblin is trapped, the player presses the release button, and if they are protected from the gas, the player wins the level. This game is similar to stealth games, to name a few: Hunter Assassin, Sneak Ops, and Sneak and Shoot, which they require the player not to be detected by the enemies. However, these games require the player to destroy the enemies from behind or to shoot their enemies, whereas my game, it requires the player to solve a puzzle to destroy their enemies. Also, my game is similar to pin pull games. In similarity, the player must pull pins to release fire or gas to destroy their enemies. To name a few similar games: How to Loot, Pin Rescue, Pull Him Out, and Hero Rescue. However, these games mechanics do not consist of the hero exploring and luring the antagonist into their doom. Also, instead of pulling pins like similar games, this game's mechanic will manipulate walls by the hero finding walls that are loosened and pushing them. The risk: this game will not require too much to create. The graphics are 2D and the characters are 2D. The programming will also be very feasible. It will require player movement on the X and Y axis. The goblin movement will require a nav mesh, which is easy to program, and then there will be only 5 levels to create. And I'd like to thank you for your time, and you have a good day.